Okay, so hey guys, today we're going to draw the northern cardinal. The northern cardinal is a familiar red-crested songbird that lives in the eastern half of the United States and the extreme southwest. They have developed association with people, nesting near houses and taking food from bird feeders. So they've kind of started to get more used to people. These birds also have small populations in California and Hawaii due to human transportation. So I guess like humans would like bring them to these different places, and they would like populate more and more, and they would make more nests. So um, cardinals nest in an array of habitats with shrubs and small trees, including forests, forest edges, woodland edges, marsh and stream edges, and hedgerows around parks and gardens. They forage on the ground, in trees, and in bushes, eating fruits, seeds, buds, and insects. So there's two different types of beaks on a bird, or on different birds. Some birds have a tweezer beak, and that's for like plucking berries and digging down into the soil to get for worms. So for example, blue jays and robins have tweezer beaks. And there's also a cracker beak, and that sounds kind of funny, but it's not the cracker you eat. It's the cracker like to crush, and the cardinal has the cracker beak, and it's kind of wide, and it's used for like crushing nuts and seeds. And so an example for other birds like that would be cardinal and chickadee. So here's the sound of the northern cardinal. Okay, so we're going to show you a cool video of cardinals. The male is the bright red one, and then the female is kind of duller and brown, so you get to see the different colors. I love how even in nature we can see a lesson in serving others and thinking of others above ourselves. Look how the male cardinal picks up food and almost with a little hop to his step gives his food to the male. To the mate. That made me think of a verse. Romans 12:10 says, "Be devoted to one another in love, honor one another above yourself." So you can see the male cardinal feeding the mama. So the male's brighter red on the right, and then the female's darker.
Oh, I just love that.
So cute how the male just feeds her the seeds.
Hop, hop. Happy, happy.
Okay, so let's get started.
Can I go up this or you go?
Okay, so we're going to start with the head.
Don't forget to hold it up close.
And they have like a large crest. As you can see at this one, it kind of goes up and then with a zigzag goes back down. So we're going to just start with a little straight line up like that. Okay, now we're going to do a little zigzag line that comes back down. And it starts as big zigzags, but then it gets smaller. Okay, so now we're going to do the beak. We're just going to do a little fluffy zigzag spot right there. Is that better? Can y'all see better? Okay. So now we're going to do the beak. We're just going to do, their beaks are pretty wide. We're just going to do a curve down like that. And now we're going to come back like this and curve just a little double curve like that. Okay, now we're going to extend this line right here a little bit out and then come back. And then we're going to bring that line back out and connect it to the beak, to the bottom beak line. And then to finish the beak, we're going to do the layer that comes down like this with a curve, and then with a little side curve connects into the top. Okay, so now we're going to do the back. We're going to start the back. So we're just going to do a curve that comes way down like this. Just going to come all the way down to where the bottom of the wing is going to be. Just that, not really any details, just a big curved line. Okay, now we're going to continue that little fluffy pattern that we started up here. Okay, so don't be upset if yours looks a little bit big because they're real fluffy. They have lots of big fluffy feathers. So you can see in this one that that's about their original size. It's kind of, their belly's kind of fluffy and their wings are kind of fluffy. Okay, now we're going to bring this line down like this. Or sorry, out. It's going to be kind of like out this way, and then it's going to curve down. So we're just going to bring it out, around, and then when we get down here, we're going to go up a little bit and then kind of go back down. Mine is sadly a little skinny. It's okay. So like you saw in the video, sometimes like when they're active, like their feathers kind of go down, but if they're kind of relaxing on a branch, they're gonna kind of fluff their feathers out to keep themselves warm. So it's okay if yours is a little bit skinny. Okay, now we're going to curve it back like that. Okay, so now we're going to come down here, just bring a little line back like that. Okay, now we're going to bring this down like that. That's really loud. Okay, and then we're going to bring that just straight down. Like that. Then we're just going to do a little curve like that over. And then we're going to bring it up and kind of a little bit out like that and connect it into there. So we have the general outline of the cardinal's body, and now we're going to do his foot down here. So his foot's going to come out of this little curve. We're just going to do two little lines next to each other. Then we're going to do a curve like that. And then a curve around like that. Okay, now we're going to curve that around and just bring it back. Then we're going to do a curve. There's the little toenail that we curve back, curve out, and then back like that. Okay, hold on just a sec.
You're just having problems, I think.
Okay, so now we're going to come up here. They have a really pretty face mask. It almost looks like they're a red bandit. So we're just going to do a little curve like that. And then we're going to do a line that comes out and curves back in. Can you hold it a little closer, please? Okay, and now we're going to bring that line down and kind of out, and then a little bit of zigzag all the way to the chest. So I brought it down and kind of out that way, and then I did a little zigzaggy that connects it. Okay, now we're going to do the branch. We're going to bring a line out of that toe like this. And then we're going to do a zigzag line and then back. And then we're going to start here and do that same thing. And then we're going to bring both of those lines out and connect them as a zigzag line, like that. Okay, now we're going to do his eye. So the eye is just going to be right in that little section of the mask part. So we're just going to do that little circle. And then we're going to do a little bit bigger circle around it. Okay, so now we're going to come down here and do the tail. So we're just going to bring a little line that comes up like this. And then we're going to bring it back, a little curve, and connect it to the side of the tail. Okay, now we're going to start here and bring a little line down from his crest. And now we're going to bring that around. Like that. Just bring it all the way down to this little line, like right there. Okay, so I think we're about done with the general shape. So there's going to be some shadows down in here, and also kind of up here like this, and up here. So it's going to be a little bit darker in the wing section than it is like on the chest and the crest. The chest and the crest. Okay, so we're just going to start with our red, and we're just going to cover all of it, but except for the tail and the wing, and also this patch. So we're just going to cover all of this. You don't have to outline it. I'm just outlining it to show you what we're going to color.
You want us to do it lightly or just regularly?
Just like you can push hard so you can see it.
Okay.
So y'all don't have to outline it like I'm doing. I'm just doing it to show you where we're going to color. Like that. So we're just going to color all of in here like that. So just start coloring and just do it all solid. So just fill all that in with the red. It's okay if it takes a while. Okay. So are y'all ready? Y'all done?
No.
Okay, I'll wait. I'll wait a second.
I'm good.
Okie dokie. Giovanni, that's great. Okay, so for the shadow up in here, I'm just going to get a really, really dark brown. It kind of looks like black, but it's a really dark brown. and we're just gonna go in here and just do some, just start dark kind of, and then get lightly, just kind of lightly shade right here. And then we're just going to divide a little section with a wavy line of that dark brown.
I don't have a dark brown that dark. Can I use a black?
You can use a black, yeah, so the black will end up looking like this, if that's how you want it. You can just use black. Or just a lighter brown. It'll be a little bit lighter, so whichever one you want. So we're just going to start dark up there and then lightly shade. Then we're just going to lightly shade some little ovals in there. I laughed a second ago because I heard Zeke's watching a show upstairs, and I just heard a character in his show sneeze, and it was really funny. So after we do that, we're just going to start dark again and get lighter, and just do some light and dark feather patterns down in here. Like that. Like that. Okay, so now we're going to get our red again, and we're going to go in there and just fill in that whole space. Okay, so it should make that really pretty dark color. And we're also going to lightly shade with the dark brown again down here, all over the tail, but we're going to leave a skinny stripe in the middle. So when we go back over with red, it's lighter on that spot. Oops. Like that. Okay, so now we're going to get our dark brown again and start dark down here on the belly, and then get lighter as we go out. And now we're just going to do a little shadow that comes up to the wing, like that. And just kind of do little dark and light shadows here and there. Then we're gonna go, oops. And then we're gonna go back with red. Just kind of blend it all in. like that. It should make really pretty shadows in there. Okay, now we're going to get our black. We're going to go fill in the mask part. So we're just going to fill in that section with solid black.
What did you use for the very bottom of the tail?
The same thing we did right here, the dark brown and then the red.
Okay.
Okay. And now I'm going to get just a brush tip pen. A black brush tip pen. You can also use any other black marker or pencil. And I'm just going to color in the middle of that eye, like that. And I'm going to go back with white, a white pastel, and just do a little highlight in there. And then we're going to get like this brownish color. And then we're going to do that little white part that goes around the eye. Like that. Okay, now we're going to do the beak. So we're just going to start with a plain orange. Just going to color it all orange. Then go back with a dark red. Just do little shadows. Then we're also going to use that dark, it's kind of like a pinkish red. We're going to color the feet.
Did you use for the beak?
I went over with a light orange, and I went over with a dark red, and just did some little shadows. Here, I'll pull it closer so you can see. Okay, so do y'all want your branch to be kind of like a grayish color, like that? Or do you want it to be like a brownish color like that?
Brown.
Okay.
Brown.
On
Gray.
brown.
Okay, so whoever wants brown, give a thumbs up. Okay, most of the people want brown, so let's do brown. And I can also show you how to do gray if you want to do the gray. So doing the gray, I just go over lightly with black on the bottom, or sorry, darkly with black, just very kind of dark, just in a very small strip, and then I kind of fade up lighter, and then I just go over with white. So that's how you do gray. And then for brown, I'm going to get that dark brown that we used and go in there and just do a dark stripe on the bottom and then fade up. Okay, now we're going to go over with a light brown. And just go over all of that with the light brown. So we're just going to go over like that. And then we're going to go over with a light gray. Just add a little light touch to it. So I just went over with a light gray and added a little light touch to it. Okay, so don't forget to sign your name. And we are done.